Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be having a look at White Dwarf issue 495. I've been looking forward to this issue as this is the one that has the jungle rules for Kill Team, and I was really looking forward to seeing that, so we'll go through everything in a bit more detail when we get to that section, but otherwise I'm going to flick through, and then hopefully this video will give you an idea as to whether or not you'd like to add it to your collection. Now on the back you see all the contents, and they tend to split it up into three sections: the bunker, Warhammer, Age of Sigmar and 40k, but there's no mention of the Kill Team jungle rules in here. So right away I was like, that's not a good sign, because usually they would clearly mark out each section, but we'll see it as we get to it in a minute. But so as we open up, you can see on the left you get the information about subscribing. Definitely worth it if you buy it every month. Ends up being £5 a month, and that includes your delivery as well, so good value. Then you've got the editorial, and then we get the contents here with a repeat of what we've seen on the back cover. Now the issue I've got for this video is part of the subscription, so the cover will look different to the normal one. But here you can see the bunker details. I still can't find anything to do with Kill Team jungle rules, but it is definitely in here. Right, let's get going then. So here you can see the contact section where people send in their pictures. Always nice to see what everyone's up to and what gets chosen to be featured. And then we've got Worlds of Warhammer, and this is a study of etymology in the mortal realm. So interesting, these kind of articles, giving you a little bit of background information and finding out a bit more about each of the factions. And then we've got access granted. Now we're into the bunker. So this is the major part. Now they focus on this every month with quite a big section devoted to it. And it's all about building the world's biggest and best gaming community. But there we go. You can look through, you get lots of narrative to read through. They're setting the scene for different environments. But the good thing about the bunker, I mean, I don't like it overall that much, but one thing I do like from it is that each month they put in a new scenario for Warhammer 40,000 and also one for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. So this is really good. Keeps it fresh. Gives you lots to play. If you meet up with your friends every few weeks, you're always going to have something new to try out as well. But here we go. Here's the jungle warfare rules for Kill Team. Now this is 26 and 27, but that's it. There's 2 pages of rules here. You are going to get the jungle cards as one of the pullouts that we'll get to later on. But this is pretty much all the information we're going to get about jungle warfare. So if you were like me and hoping for a lot of rules to change it, it doesn't really do it that much. And I was hoping for a lot more for this, as I've made a Catachan Kill Team and I changed all the rules from the Commando Orcs and then reworded it, redesigned it all so I could use it for my Kill Team Catachan models. I changed the abilities. I brought in Bomber Russ and Zipper Rain to replace the Grot and the Bomb Squig, and really fun to play. I also went through all the equipment and I changed the equipment to tie in with them. The rules are the same, but I've just reworded it so you've got like Fang Blade instead of Knife and things like that. So when I saw that the Kill Team jungle rules were coming out, I thought this was going to be something that would really appeal and would maybe get me back into Kill Team properly. But I've got to say I'm a little bit disappointed. There's not a huge amount going on here. You're basically going to recreate some jungle missions, and there's a set of 6 cards that you can use in the game. So these are going to include things like hidden traps, hanging creepers, and the monstrous Catachan Devil. Rules for that then, so you've got the little table to roll on, or you can use the cards, and you've got a D6 result, and so you've got the description, which is flora and fauna, and then in-game effects for each of those. These additional rules can be used to add unexpected twists to your games of Kill Team. You can do that in a one-off game or even as part of a league if you're playing one in your local group. Before the start of the game, if you use the cards, you shuffle the deck and roll off, and then the winner gets to randomly draw 1 jungle card, and then that will be in effect for the duration of the game. The rules on the drawn card will affect both players. You can also combine these cards with the deception cards that were presented in White Dwarf issue 492. They give you a few other suggestions which are pretty weak, to be fair. It's not going to change the game all that much. It's just going to add maybe a little bit in certain narrative situations. But otherwise that's it. Just 2 pages all based around those cards which are going to bring some unexpected twists to the game. I know I'm not being overly positive about this. I think I just expected a bit more, but it is better than nothing. It's been a little bit sparse for the Kill Team content over the past few months, certainly the last 6 months as far as White Dwarf is concerned. So it's nice that it's getting featured and there's something in here that we can use to add to our games. But I think you could probably come up with some better rules yourself and include that in your own Kill Team games if you wanted to. Right, let's keep going then. So we've got some basic training. This is all about getting the most out of the charge phase. I quite like these sections, really good if you're learning the game. You want to maybe up your game a little bit as well. You can get some tactics there. And there's some hobby hacks. We're going to look at different ways to add some light sourcing. The paint guides are usually pretty good in these as well. And now we're going to get more pictures sent in by the community, and then Warhammer Studios Gods of War. This is nice. Again, these are good references if you're looking to paint some of these big models yourself. Really good and handy for that. Now we're on to Age of Sigmar section. So we've got lots here for Seize the Crown. We can add a battle pack now with missions to play out and scenarios. Here we go. We've got 3 battle plans actually for this. That's really great. Again, if you're meeting up every week, those 3 battle plans there with the one we saw earlier, you can have 1 game a week and keep it really fresh and play through that little mini campaign if you wanted to, so that could be quite fun. You've got loads of little narratives to read through as well, and so have a good look through that if you're interested in that kind of thing. I tend to skip these though, but here's something I don't skip, which is Warcry. Always nice to see what they're up to here. And now this is the sort of thing I was expecting to see for Kill Team. Really good that Warcry is getting this regular attention now. They're really putting a lot of effort into this, which is awesome. And as you can see here, you're going to get loads and loads of information to play the Dawnbringer Crusades with your Warcry models. And it's going to incorporate Cities of Sigmar now into quests and things like that. So all up, there's a good number of pages here. What is it, 8, 10 pages? All for Warcry, which I think is fantastic. And really good to see this every month now. Seems like a regular thing. But I would love to see this for Kill Team too. If only they put this much attention into those jungle rules, I think that would have been epic. Now we're on to Warhammer 40,000 section, and we've got a tale of 4 warlords, so we're going to follow along with the different armies here. Nice to see this. Again, good as a reference. You get to see the army pictures, which I really love. The paint guides that are going to come along as well, showing you what paints they use here is very nice to break it down. Just really good to get some ideas. Then there's some more on board-in actions, still going with that. So if you like playing board-in actions, this could be good to get a few more scenarios and maps. And then a little bit of reading for some more narrative and some background. Some really cool maps and things to set the scene. Really nice. And you might have seen these if you got the Imperium magazine. A lot of this was included. And then we're going to learn about the Great Devourer and the designer's notes behind Tyranids. Now this is really cool. You get 4 decades of Tyranid invasions here broken down in a timeline, looking at the models. Really awesome to see how they developed so much over that time. And then you're going to get lots of kind of tips and thoughts from the designers, which I really like. And then as we move on, we're going to see lots of images again as references. And this section's fantastic. The organic arsenal, all the weapons of the Tyranids on a page. I love things like this. Really cool to see all that laid out. They've been doing some really nice sections like this each month, so I'd really like to see what they're coming up with next. But I think for Tyranid fans, this is a real treat. There's lots in here to like. The Norn Emissary, a bit of a focus on that. And then again, more background, more fluff and narrative. And it's just really cool, the different use of images, photos, different graphics. So very nice how they put it all together. Then we've got a strike force of Lamenters, the Space Marines by Chris Lewis, and the pullouts. So here we've got the battle plan and the mission we saw earlier. And then we've got those jungle cards for Kill Team. So you can see you've got the 6 cards there with the bunker logo on the back. Got a bit of bunker bingo to get up to if you want to. And then a little backdrop for when you're taking photos of your miniatures. But now we'll continue with this army gallery. And these army galleries are really good. No battle report, actually, this week, but the army galleries are nice. Again, giving you tips and inspiration. And White Dwarf got me to build my Imperial Fist army, actually. I saw that in a battle report, and I thought it looked awesome. And it's articles like this that really do make you want to go out and buy more models. It just looks brilliant. It's such a great reference, having all those different angles as well. Right now on to Visions of Warhammer. We're going to see some cool dioramas. This is something I've never done actually, but I imagine it would be quite a fun project to build a little diorama. At the moment I'm full on zombie building. I'm building zombies, survivors and buildings, but yeah, it'd be nice to do something like that. Now we're on to Necromunda with the Aranthian Succession. So a little bit of reading there. You've got some information about how their campaign is going, and then you see some of their vehicles and models. So that's nice. I like this section, just seeing what people come up with. And then a bit more narrative with the Black Library, Mother of Invention. And that's going to bring us to the end of this issue. And you can see inside the studio a little bit more on the orders there with a few tips and tactics. and then we can see what we can expect for next time. Return to the Pariah Nexus, and that'll be on sale January the 19th. So there we go. That's White Dwarf issue 495, and I hope this has given you a good idea about what's included, and now you can go out and decide whether or not to add it to the collection. A massive thank you to my sponsors and supporters for helping me keep going with these regular videos, and a big thanks to you for clicking on their links. You can make some great savings, up to 20% on your hobby products, and support me here on the channel too, as I get a small commission. So thank you so much for that. As the week unfolds, I'll be bringing you more from Moonstone with unboxing and painting, getting ready for those battle reports. And then for Warlord Games this week, I'm going to be unboxing Blood Red Skies. Really looking forward to that one. Looks like a great starter set. If you're interested in seeing the kill team prices, that video's up on the channel now too. And if zombies are more your thing, then you're in luck, because in 7 weeks I'll be releasing my new game, Population Z, Welcome to Huntsville. I can't wait for that. It's going to be so much fun, and up until that date I'll be releasing loads of information, little sneak peeks looking at some of the items and the different legendary weapons, and bringing you more information, including the map where you can have a look at where the first campaign is going to be set. And soon I'll be doing how to play videos and just dive in a lot deeper into the rules. So hopefully you'll come and join me for those too. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, it'd be great if you hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and I look forward to seeing you next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters for helping me to keep going with these regular videos. I couldn't do this without you, and I appreciate your support so much. If you'd like to join the Patreon community, support the channel, get some great perks at the same time, there's a link down below in the description. It'll be awesome to see you there.